Hey everybody, Billy from Billy's Bike Adventures. Thank you for tuning in today and watching the video. Now, as you can see, I'm in my garage and I've got the BMW in my garage at the moment. And today I'm going to be showing you how to remove the rear wheel off this bike, and I'm going to be telling you why I like to do that. If that's of some interest to you, keep watching and let's get into it. So as I said, going to be taking the rear wheel off the bike today. So let me show you the tools you're going to need to be able to do that. Now, first up, I've got a breaker bar. Now, you may need this if your nuts on the rear wheel have been torqued up too tight. They shouldn't be, so you may not need a Torx wrench, but it's there just in, I would recommend that you have one just in case. You should be able to undo the nuts on the rear wheel with a regular wrench. They should only be torqued to 60 Newton meters, and to be able to do that, you need a wrench and also a T50 Torx head to undo the nuts on the rear wheel. And prior to that, you will need a T30 Torx head to remove the mudguard or the hugger on the rear wheel of the bike. What you'll also need as well is a Torx wrench, and that is a torque wrench, and that is to obviously tighten the nuts back up to the manufactured specifications. For the BMW, for my bike, it is 60 Newton meters on the nuts on the rear wheel. So you'll need a Torx wrench to be able to do that. So with that in mind, let's get into it. Now, for those of you that don't have the regular exhaust that comes with the bike, and you might have an Akrapovic like this one, you're going to need to take this off first. Okay, so I've already removed my exhaust off the bike, and that's because the exhaust is pretty thick and you won't be able to slide the wheel out from the shaft drive and the disc whilst you've got this exhaust on. So if you've got the regular exhaust on, you should be able to do it. I don't, so I've taken this off to be able to slide the wheel out, no problems at all. Right, so what we need to do first is take off the rear mudguard or the hugger on the rear wheel. And so to do that, a reminder, you'll need your T30 Torx head to be able to do that. So let's take that off now. Just so you know, you've got 3 Torx nuts, 1, 2, 3 here that attach on. So quite an easy removal process. Right, that's the hugger removed. Right, now onto the rear wheel. Don't forget to put the hugger, the mudguard and the torque nuts in a safe place. Now, as I said, you're going to need a T50 Torx head to remove the nuts on here. You should be able to do it with just a wrench. It shouldn't be torqued up too tight. It's only 60 Newton meters, hopefully, not torqued tighter than that, hopefully. So you should be able to back out all the 5 nuts just with the Torx wrench. Another tip, just make sure your bike is in gear, and that is so that you've got some leverage to undo the nuts on the bike. So looking in the hub here, the wheel hub, you can see there's 5 Torx head nuts in there. So let's back those out now with the T50. There you go, 5 nuts out. Now, the beauty of a shaft drive bike, there's no chain to mess about with. That just pops off the wheel hub there, and that's your wheel removed. So there you go. So I've got my rear wheel off the bike now, and there's 3 main reasons that I like to be able to take my wheels off the bike. First one, and the most important one for me, is if I'm ever out somewhere and I get caught short and I need to take the wheels off for whatever reason it is, gives me confidence that I know how to do that, and that's the most important reason for me. So that's reason number 1. Second reason is that I like to save myself a little bit of cash. So if I want to change the tyres or the tyres on my bike, I should at least know how to remove the wheels off the bike and take those wheels to my tyre supplier. It's going to halve your cost of what it's going to cost you to change the tyres on your bike immediately, just by doing that. And the third reason that saves me even more money is actually changing the tyres myself. So there's a couple of cards up top. One is to show you how to remove the wheels off a KTM, and this video is obviously about removing this wheel off the BMW. There's another card up top as well about how to change tyres on these big adventure bikes, that are tubeless as well. So those are my 3 main reasons. One is that I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm out and about if I need to take the wheels off. The second and the third one is really about saving money, and I hope they're going to be some cash saving tips for you as well. Putting this wheel back on now should be pretty straightforward. Going to sit the wheel on the ring, the hub ring here, position up the holes with the torque nut holes, and then it should be straightforward just to put the torque nuts back in. So let's get that done. Right, they're done up finger tight now. What I'm going to do now is tighten them up pretty firmly with the regular wrench, and I'm going to do that diagonally, and then I'm going to torque them to 60 Newton meters, which is the recommended torques for this particular bike. Time for the torque wrench. I preset this to 60 Newton meters, and I'm just checking that is still correct, which it is. So again, I'm going to torque them diagonally. That's the wheel torqued back up, ready for the hugger and the mudguard to go back on the other side. So that's how to remove the rear wheel of the BMW R1200 GSA. Hope that's been useful and interesting for you today. If it has, give me a thumbs up. Also leave me a comment as well. Don't forget to share with other like-minded riders that's got a BMW and want to learn how to remove the wheel off their bikes. They should do that in order to become more familiar with their bikes, and should they become short somewhere, they know, and they need to remove the wheels, they know how they're going to be able to do that and do that confidently. So thank you very much for watching today. Hope you found that useful, and I'll catch you again very, very soon.